Track 11. Listen to a lecture in an economics class.
Today, we're going to begin our study of game theory. It's probably one of the most seemingly simple but yet complex economic theories. This so-called branch of economics uses math to study strategy. In game theory, any situation, such as a board game, sports, a game of luck, or military decisions, are called games. What I'm saying is that game theory is used to study any situation in which more than one person makes choices. The players are not always even people. Players can be people, companies, or even armies. Each player wants something. For example, a company wants to make as much money as it can, or a country wants to win a war. Sometimes the players work cooperatively, but oftentimes they compete against one another. One well-known game is called the prisoner's dilemma. It's an imaginary situation that explains why people do not cooperate in real life. Here's how the dilemma works. Imagine this situation. The police catch two criminals after they have committed a crime. The police do not know which person committed the crime and which one just helped. They question the two in separate cells. Each prisoner can either stay silent or blame the crime on the other person. If both stay silent, they go to jail for only 6 months. If one betrays and the other stays silent, the one that stays silent goes to jail for 10 years, and the other one does not go to jail at all. If they both betray each other, they each go to jail for 2 years. No matter what happens, the prisoners will never see each other again. If you're a prisoner in this situation and you care only about yourself, the way to get the smallest sentence is to betray the other prisoner. No matter what, you get a shorter sentence when you betray than when you don't. If the other prisoner stays silent and doesn't betray, then betraying means you do not go to jail at all instead of going for 6 months. If the other prisoner betrays, then betraying lets you go to jail for 2 years instead of 10 years. In other words, it's always best for you to betray, even though the two of you would be better off if you both remained silent. But can you take a chance that the other prisoner will stay silent? We use the term dominant strategy to mean that strategy that is always the best thing for you to do. In this case, it's betraying the other prisoner no matter what the other prisoner does. This situation is like many other situations in the real world. For example, if two countries are trying to decide whether to make new weapons, they are better off if neither country does. But sometimes the countries are in the same situation as the prisoners. Each country cares only about itself, and it's better off if it betrays the other country by making weapons. The prisoner's dilemma does not have the same result if some of the details are different. If the prisoners or countries can talk with each other and plan for the future, they might both decide to cooperate and not betray each other because they hope that decision will make the other country help them in the future. In game theory, this is called a repeated game. If the players are altruistic, that is, they care about each other, they might be okay with going to jail so they can help the other person. We will continue this topic next class with some other dilemmas and some other mathematical models. Answer the problem set that's assigned on the syllabus.
Track 12. Listen again to part of the passage. Then answer the question.
But sometimes the countries are in the same situation as the prisoners. Each country cares only about itself, and it's better off if it betrays the other country by making weapons.
What does the professor mean when she says this?
And it's better off if it betrays the other country